Alright guys, hang on, whoa. One second. There we go. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this new headset. Yeah, having to get used to things, so. Anyway, hi guys. We're doing ZV Wrestlemans again. Haven't done this in a while. Real quick, I've fast forward the calendar a little, and we are straight up on the pay-per-view, the big blow-off event for all the big rivalries. Now, because things were a little weird, there actually wasn't any rivalries on Xero Virus. There will be next month, so they were all on ZV Showcase. But we're gonna look at those real quick. In fact, like I said, none were here, but we had some on ZV Showcase, and this is kind of how they played out. That first week, it was Nightmare versus Majay, and Nightmare managed to win. But Majay still did well enough to become #1 contender. In second week, Nightmare had a match with Supremus and won, and it says intensity was building between the challenger and champion. On week 3, they had a match, and Majay's frustration is growing after losing to Nightmare. Damn it, Majay. And week 4, they actually had a tag match. It was Majay and Nightmare teaming together versus the Angry Blue Ninja and ZTRL. And they lost, and needless to say, it did not go well. For the Bloodlines and Tony and Jeff, you can see tag team competition begins to heat up as Xero and Cyber Bloodline take on Tony and Jeff. And the Bloodlines won that one. I think we actually watched that one. The second week, it was Xero versus Tony, and of course, Xero comes out on top. But Tony and Jeff have resorted to using underhanded tactics to beat Xero, Bloodline, and Cyber Bloodline. Shame on you. And the next week, Cyber was able to beat Jeff. Wow, so the Bloodlines were actually pretty dominant. Jeff and Tony continued to build momentum after distracting their rivals in the middle of the match. Such dirty-handed techniques. And then week 4, they just had a match, and the Bloodlines lost to the combined efforts of Tony and Jeff. Interesting. Also, and I like this one. This is Dr. Feelgood and Neo Forte. In the first week, Dr. Feelgood's frustration is growing after losing to Neo Forte. You guys remember watching that one. Neo Forte tried to shake his hand and he slapped it his way. We actually got to saw that. And Neo Forte had a match against Demon and won it on the second week. But the rivalry intense nonetheless. On the third week, they had another match. And Neo Forte lost Dr. Feelgood, and Dr. Feelgood continued to attack Neo Forte after their match. And at that point, I'll show you in the character description, Dr. Feelgood has officially been changed from a face to a heel. He's a bad guy now. It's kind of cool. And then week 4, Neo Forte had a match with Shori and managed to win. But the match did go awry after he says Neo Forte's match went awry due to distraction from rival Dr. Feelgood. So see, shit happened. Real quick. Just to show you, for example, yeah, see, Angry Blue Ninja's got some status effects. Where's the good doctor? See? He is a heel. He is booed. And his personality trait is cowardly. Status effects. What's he got going on right now? He's got on impressionable. The competitor becomes impressionable, doubling the rate of change for the bold cowardly. He's on a hot streak, and he's got momentum. Cool. How's Neo Forte looking? Just by comparison. He too is on a hot streak and has momentum, so that should be an interesting matchup. But suffice to say, things have gone down. So this is the card for the pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. Starts out with the Bloodlines versus Tony and Jeff. Should be an interesting tag team match. Then we have this, apparently the Ninjas are having a little problem. ZTRL and the Angry Blue Ninja are going to fight. Alder and Random are going to have a little match. And then, believe it or not, we're going to have a championship match for the ZV Purple Star Championship between Mage and Nightmare. That will hopefully be a good match. Match 5 will be Rian and Renegade just duking it out. And then in our final match will be the big blow-off between Dr. Feelgood and Neo Forte. I am looking forward to this. So, you guys ready to do this? Oh, don't worry, Ed. The card will fill out next time. The whole rivalry thing will be in play on both shows, and I'm sure all kinds of people will pop up. But it's time for shit to go down. We are starting out with Cyber and Xero Bloodline versus Tony and Jeff in tag team action. Now, normally, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, it's Extreme Rules. Everything goes. Or anything goes. I don't know if it's going to apply to all these matches. We'll see. If, tables and ladders and chairs all start showing up. We'll know. Personally, I hope that happens. I think it'd be entertaining. Yay, loading screen. I have to admit, it's been a while since we've done Wrestlemans. I'm looking forward to this. This should be fun. As we have contemplating time with Xero Bloodline during the loading screens. There we go. In Tampa, Florida. Yeah, we're skipping this because they didn't actually make intros for them. But here we go. Well, it looks like Xero's going to be starting out the match against Tony. And here we go. We'll start out. Oh, Xero starting out big, just picking Tony up and tossing him behind him. Oh shit. Xero not wasting time, going straight for a sharpshooter. Trying to get Tony to tap out early. It is way too soon for that. Oh, big clubbing blow to Tony's back. Tossing him out of the ring, but following suit. Now, the referee is administering the 10 count, so this is definitely not Extreme Rules, anything goes. But that's fine. I'm sure at least one match will be. And nice clipping around the ring, but that's fine. Oh, Tony counters, tossing him into the barricade. A nice big knee lift. Oh, straight right hands from Tony and ducking back into the ring. Wisely escapes to the corner to tag in Jeff and his cool boots. But Xero is not phased and goes right in there. Gets an arm wrench and takedown for his trouble. Oh, Xero is quick to hop up. Tossed into the ropes. Oh, goes for the low drop kick, but misses. Misses a right hand, too. Big backdrop from Xero. Well, Jeff was quick to counter. Lays into Xero, starts stomping away with those cool boots. Oh, another big right hand. Tosses Xero. Now might be a good time for Xero to get a tag. No, he is going for it. Going something big, and Jeff weasels out of it. Well, the Xero manages to... Xero was getting his ass beat there for a minute, yes, but he just picked up Jeff and tossed him aside, and here comes Cyber. And for his trouble, he gets suplexed. Jeff's not having any of that. Decides to tag Tony back in. And decides to show him the proper way to do a suplex. Tries to get up to his feet, but Tony just clotheslines Cyber. And just starts wailing away. Beautiful running power slam. Oops, Cyber not having that ducks around and clubs him in the back of the ropes. Tony does the same with the knee to the, or foot to the knee. Well, look at Jeff trying to get in on the action, swiping away. But Tony's got everything well under control with a big backbreaker. Tries to tag Jeff in, let him get a hand on the action. Cyber too quick, but Jeff even quicker. Counter out of that backdrop attempt. Just picks him up, dumps him back down. Oh, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Not enough to put Cyber away. Quick Northern Light suplex. Does not go for the pin. Tries to bring Tony back in. Into the turnbuckle. Oh, Cyber counters quickly. Tries to fight back, but Cyber counters and tosses Tony right overhead. Goes for a cover himself. 1, 2. Not enough to put the big green guy away. And just locks him up, starts pounding away on that thing on Tony's head. Decides to tag the legend himself back in. Wise move, I think. Cyber was starting to lose momentum. Tosses Tony into the corner. Oh, Tony with a big boot. And a big backdrop to go with it. Another quick tag. Oh, Jeff tried to take him down. Xero. Man, it's hard keeping track of 4 names. I mean, I got Tony, Jeff, Cyber, and Xero, and trying to keep everybody straight. I'm out of practice. Nice German suplex by Xero to Jeff. See? Got it. And drops the elbow with style, I might add. Oh! Big uppercut and nice clubbing kick to the chest. And suddenly Xero is on the offensive. But rolls him up, gonna be going for that kick to the face. Drags him out towards the middle, goes for the cover. 1, 2, Definitely not getting a 3 count. Tony didn't even bother trying to break up that pin. 2 good elbows at the top of Jeff's skull. Oh, Xero could be setting him up for the Scorpion Death Drop. Spins him around and drops him. That might be it. Tony definitely looks worried. Goes in for the save. Not a good move on Xero. He was on the wrong side of the ring for that pin. What's Cyber doing? Up. For a second, Cyber might be going after Tony, but wisely goes back to his corner. Lost into the turnbuckle. So Jet perches him up there. Follows him up, probably going for a backdrop. Oh, super backdrop off the top rope. Flips over and goes for the cover. Unfortunately, Tony is way too close. He's just not getting good position for these pins. Cyber could easily intercept him if he was just closer to his side of the ring. They're picking Jeff up. Standard vertical suplex. There's Cyber. Jeff a little offensive. Wisely tags in Tony after the massive ass beating he just took. Tony not wasting any time putting Xero into the ropes. Oh, what a big boot. Floors the legendary Xero Bloodline. And suddenly this match, just like that, is taking a very different turn. And sidewalk slam. Goes for the cover. Xero just does kick out. Cyber happily cheering his brother on from the outside. Would love nothing more than to get in there. Oh no. Oh no, what's he got going? Oh, he's taking Xero for a big swing. Round and round he goes where he stops. Oh, he's right there. Goes for the cover. Oh, and Xero still manages to kick out. Tony does not let up, goes right back on the offensive to throw Xero into the corner. Tries to just straight punch Xero, but he's not having any of that. Kicks him and goes for the DDT. Now would be a great time to go get that tag, Xero. Oh, Tony's pissed. Tony Rage Mode activate. Two clotheslines and a sidewalk slam. And another sidewalk slam. Not having any of Xero's shit. Goes for the cover. Cyber just in there in time to break up the pin. Jeff, oh! Nasty throw. Nastily thrown out of the rope. Oh, Tony's got him set up. Tony could be looking for a choke slam. Got Xero by the throat. Choke slam. Goes for the pin. But Cyber, again, the same problem Xero's having. Cyber is right there to break up the pin, but gets just unceremoniously dumped out of the ring. Xero is in trouble. A quick kick to the face and a Russian leg sweep. He has got to get to his corner. Oh, and Jeff with a cheap shot. But Tony definitely floored, can't capitalize. And still has enough time to tag Cyberman. Oh, big backdrop. Goes for the cover on Cyber. 1, 2. or near enough to put him away. Cyber is still relatively fresh in this whole thing. And just lets him walk over there and tag Jeff. Spins him around. Jeff with a few elbows to counter. Oh, and a big clubbing blow to the back. Picks it up. Oh, for a little lumbar check. That is bad news for Cyber. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Still manages to kick out. And picks him up and dumps him right back down. Jeff looked a little winded for a second there. Cyber gets kicked square in the ass for his troubles. And then gets punched in the ass for his troubles. Cyber just stomps on his arm. Tosses Cyber into the corner. This is gonna be bad. Picks him up. I was expecting some tag team action. Tony just gets out of the way. And lets this happen. A big superplex. Oh, actually turned into a falcon arrow off the top rope. Goes for the cover. Tony's in there quickly. But Cyber still manages to kick out. And Xero does absolutely nothing. And now Cyber is left alone in the ring with both Tony and Jeff. Oh, but Cyber manages to fight out. Goes for a GTS and bloodies Jeff. That quickly changes the complexion. Tags Xero back in. Oh, this is a very different game now, ladies and gentlemen. Tries to go for suplex. Oh, but Jeff just overpowers him. Wisely tags Tony back in. Oh, but Xero's mad now. Oh! In fact, Xero may be angrier than all the ninjas right now. Big power slam. Oh, he's going for the corner. He might be going for some sweet chin music. He's tuning up the band. Big old super kick right into Tony's face. Drags him back out and goes for the cover. Cyber quickly in to cut off Jeff. And does so. Oh, but Tony still manages to kick out. Just barely. Jeff evades Cyber while Tony evades Xero. Tosses him into the corner. And just starts choking the life out of Xero. Oh, drops Xero on his back. Out of the turnbuckle. Picks him up for yet another sidewalk slam. Oh, but Tony is tired. He cannot capitalize, and I think Cyber and Jeff are duking it out on the outsides. Cyber appears to be the victor of that exchange. Crawls back in the ring. Ref's gonna have none of that. Punching Xero in the head. I will agree with Nightmare. I really thought the match was over after that. Oh no, going for the choke slam. Oh, choke slam onto Xero. Goes for the cover. Oh, and Xero still manages to kick out. Jeff was successful in intercepting Cyber. Even though Cyber didn't really do anything. And against Ken, just tossed out of the ring by Jeff. And Tony pitching Xero up on the top rope. Oh! Big reverse suplex off the top rope. Xero just a quick takedown counter. Smashes Tony's arm into the ground. He needs to get a tag here. Oh, could be going for a power bomb and just tosses Tony into the mat. Going for that tag to bring in a brother Cyber. As I was saying, yes, I agreed with Nightmare earlier. Oh my. Cyber mocking Tony. Gonna finish him with his own move. A choke slam. And this has apparently broken everybody. Everybody's just in total shock that nobody can move. Would have been great if, you know, Cyber had gone for a cover after that move. Just saying. Cyber going out towards the apron for some reason. And then just kicks Tony in the stomach. As I've been trying to say this entire time, I agreed with Nightmare that after the super kick and Cyber successfully intercepted Jeff, I really thought this match was over. But Tony's a resilient green son of a bitch. We're about to see just how resilient he is. Oh, a kick to the chest. Jumps off with a double axe handle. Flips Cyber over. Smashes his face in the ground, and now Cyber is bloody. Goes for the pin. Oh, Jeff intercepts Xero, and Cyber just barely kicks out, even though he is a bloody mess too now. Oh, big elbow drop. And now Xero is very unceremoniously dumped out of the ring. Now Tony just beating the hell out of Cyber. And a sidehawk slam for his troubles. But again, Tony is wore out. He cannot capitalize on this like he should. Cyber crawling desperately towards his corner. Jeff gets the tag in, and so does Xero. Jeff just picks him up for a big, a lumbar check of his own. And goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Very back and forth, very hard fought battle. Here you see Jeff countering out of that and just picking him up and dumping Cyber back on the ground. There's another opportunity again. I have to admit, for most of the match, this kind of was Tony and Jeff just beating the hell out of the Bloodlines. And the Bloodlines getting a few offensive flurries here and there, but in the end, the Rage won. And here, Xero's won a few Xero's good flurries, that roll-up kick. Tries to go for the cover and doesn't quite get it. And here was the end. Jeff comes in, and Xero gets in. Just like that, Jeff picks him up and hits him with the lumbar check as Cyber's getting into position. Tony already knows it's coming and gets in before Cyber can, and cuts him off with a big punch, just like Ed said. And here are your winners. A little worse for wear. Tony and Jeff with the upset, taking out the Bloodline brothers. I admit, that was a very interesting opening match. Can't wait to see what this card has in store for us next. Tony and Jeff's aggressive attitude gave them the edge to get a big win over their rivals, Xero and Cyber. Five more weeks until the conclusion of the rivalry. It's not done. But Xero and Cyber lost their momentum. And now Tony and Jeff have a little bit of momentum. Interesting. Up next, we have the Ninjas having a little exhibition, I suppose. ZTRL and the Angrily Blue Ninja decide to duke it out. And while this loads, I'm going to get some more water. Oh, there's ZTRL and his very cocky walk to the ring. And here's the Blue Ninja and his very angry walk to the ring. Skipping ahead a little. This should be a interesting contest. We'll see what happens. And start with a good old-fashioned tie-up. The Angry Blue Ninja gets the upper hand from the start. Go ahead and tell you, this is going to be a hard one to call because I obviously like to call the Angry Blue Ninja the Ninja. And I obviously like to call ZTRL the Ninja. So there's going to be a whole lot of the Ninja has the Ninja in a headlock, and the Ninja pushes the Ninja into the ropes. After throwing the Ninja into the ropes, the Ninja drops to the ground. The Ninja tries to arm drag the Ninja, and the Ninja gets arm dragged by the Ninja. Everybody got all that? Oh, nice straight kick from ZTRL. Oh, this is going Extreme Rules. And it's time for a table. But Old Blues having none of that. And starts stomping away on ZTRL. Yeah, puts the boots to him and a big clubbing blow. A European uppercut in the boot. And a big knee lift. Somebody go get that table. Yeah, stomp on the Ninja. Go get that table. And spins him around. And does a very convoluted reverse DDT. That's what works. You know, it will work. Getting that table. Just saying. Oh, drops a knee right on Old Blue's face. Nice flurry of blows. Blah. Oh, goes for a big punch. Old Blue blocks it. Tosses him into the ring. Ninja teleports over to him. Yeah, he twitches. And the action's back in the ring with no tables. And ZTRL stomps out of that. A boot to the face and a boot to his ass. Ah, drops the boom right on his nuts. On his angry blue nuts, which is would probably explain why he's so angry. Pitch a perfect Northern Light suplex. Goes for the cover afterwards instead of in the bridge. Only gets a 2 count for his trouble. Oh! Just flips him over and into the turnbuckle face first. Just big enough for a good old straight body slam. Climbs up to the top rope. Oh, went for a swan dive and misses. Blue Ninja counters with a back drop. And ZTRL with a sunset powerbomb. This one should be a flashy one if this pace quickens a little. Tosses him into the turnbuckle. Spins him around, goes for a whisper in the wind. And the cover. Don't forget, that table is still just looming out there. Just saying. Somebody wants to get that table. Into the ropes, tosses him to the other side. Actually connects with the low drop kick. Move Jeff had little to no luck with in the past. Snapmare takeover. Into a good old-fashioned headlock. Maybe he's thinking about what he's going to do with that table outside. Just saying. This is Extreme Rules. Get the damn table. ZTRL fights out of it, well enough. A snapmare of his own. And a headlock of his own. Imagine that. Figures I say something about this match being quick paced, and there they go slowing it down. Good old-fashioned wrestling holds. Oh, and a lumbar check of his own. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Picks him up and dumps him back down. Oh, the Ninja's going outside. Could be going for his own kind of party favor. What's he got? He's got a sledgehammer. And ZTRL's like, nope, fuck this. I'm out. Nope, I'm back in. And why? Why did you drop the sledgehammer? I mean, that was a nice drop kick you missed there, but ZTRL going for another. I don't know what you call that. 1, 2, but he kicks out of it. So now there are 2 mysterious weapons just laying outside the ring that somebody should get. Yeah, a quick snap suplex. Both competitors out, actually. It'll be a perfect opportunity for one of them to get up and go get that sledgehammer. Or deliver a forearm. Win for the Fisherman Suplex, countered into a Northern Lights. This has been a little more technical than I was expecting. Sets him up for a twist of fate. Drops him. That might be it, guys. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and the angry Blue Ninja manages to kick out. ZTRL might have to pull out all the stops to put him away, like, you know, putting him through a table with a sledgehammer. Tosses him into the corner. Oh, old Blue counters and puts him in the corner. Am I driving the point home enough, guys, that I really want to see somebody use those weapons? the same. And Blue climbs up there. Looks like he's going for a superplex off the top rope. What's... Oh, no, Falcon Arrow. Wait a minute. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Wait a minute. Falcon Arrow off the top rope, low drop kick, lumbar check. You guys don't think. Nah. Well, ZTRL with a whisper in the wind out of nowhere. Runs for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, ZTRL makes a comeback out of nowhere and wins this one. Looking back at how he pulled it off. Here's that first whisper in the wind. I really thought he was going to pull it off there, but maybe if that angry blue ninja had actually used, I don't know, maybe a sledgehammer or a table or something, he could have won this one. Went for the cover after the lumbar check. It was not enough to put the ninja away. And a very beautiful Falcon Arrow off the top rope. It's still not enough to put the ninja away, however. Tosses him into the corner. Hits him with yet another whisper in the wind. And that'll be enough to put him away for the 1, 2, 3 count. Your winner, the ninja himself, ZTRL. Without any weapons. Oh well, there's plenty more matches. I'm sure something will happen, right? Right. Falls count anywhere with Alder and Random. This should be interesting. I don't know, Ed. He is facing a hobo who can beat him anywhere. In the ring, outside the ring, up the ramp, on stage. Doesn't matter. I do love watching Random come dancing out. But alas, that's not why we're here. We're here to watch a crazy scientist and a crazy hobo fight it out. In a Falls Count Anywhere match. Nice clean break out the corner. That's a nice change. With pace. Otter with the advantage out of the gate with a nice arm wrench. Well, that Random counters. Or just for Alder to counter back out of it. Good old-fashioned wrestling right here, boys. Wow, Alder just kind of ties him up there. Oh! Random with his freakish strength just tosses Alder around and just goes straight to punching him in the face. Oh. Sometimes I think that's my favorite wrestling move, just punching somebody in the face. Oh, Alder manages to counter out of it though. Oh, went for a back elbow, I think. Alder counters, another Northern Light suplex. Rolls him over. And twists him up yet again. Apparently Alder's got submissions for days here. Tie Random up like a pretzel. Which jokes on him. Random too is versed in the ways of the pretzel, it would seem. And foot massages. And flips him around. Nice half Nelson suplex. Damn. Goes in for the cover. One. Not even a 2 count. Oh. Random poking out. Oh, he's got himself a kendo stick. Oh, now Alder's got a kendo stick. It just smacks Random right in the head. And right in the stomach, and he's had enough of that, apparently. Oh, nice. Neck breaker. Pins him outside. 1, 2. But not enough to put him away. Alder, slightly distraught by that. He should probably pick up that kendo stick and whack him with it again. And ties him up with a jawbreaker. Preparing to just goes for the cover himself. Not even a 1 count. Ref was in bad position for that one. Oh, Random with a big punch and a big drop kick. And now he's stuck. Oh, big elbow. And another big elbow. Quick side Russian leg sweep. Should probably pick up that kendo stick, and he does. Tries to get his pound of flesh back out of Alder. And smacks him right in the face and in the knee. Once again in the knee. Oh no. That crazy hobo is planning something big here, guys. Starts clearing off the announce table. Alder's like, nope, I don't want anything. Oh, these straight jabs. Alder counters with a big punch of his own. Oh, picks him up for whatever the hell that is with a pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Random manages to kick out at the last second. Whew, Alder was about to sneak that one. To sneak away with a win after that one. Alright, come on now. I gotta see somebody go through that announce table. You guys make it happen. I don't care who. I'm not biased. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Hobo has no problem kicking out of that. Picks him up and tosses the Random into the ground. Ooh, a big drop kick. Goes back to the good old kendo stick. Starts whacking away at Random's knee. Apparently 1 is enough. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Random still managing to kick out. Ooh, another jawbreaker by Random. He definitely got a hard hit for it. Oh! Causes Alder into the steel post and slams his head into it once again. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And Alder kicks out. I have to admit, it's kind of refreshing seeing the action actually happen on the outside in a Falls Count Anywhere match. We're getting dangerous close to that table. No! Throwing it back in the ring. Didn't I? Oh! How do I jinx this every time, guys? I just said, man, it was nice for them to kick ass outside the ring. Now they're back in the ring, going for a cover. 1, 2. Then Alder kicks out. Good. Action can keep going. Maybe we'll see some new weapons. Maybe somebody will go through a table and that's what you make me happy. Oh, big chop. And a European uppercut. Oh, the Random's got a few jabs of his own. Goes for the suplex. Countered into a neck breaker by Alder. Alder is definitely more comfortable in the ring than Random is. Rolls him up for Schoolboy. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Alder sneaks away with the win. Gotta admit, that was some fairly heavy-hitting action outside for a very anticlimactic ending in the ring, but a win is a win. You see that half Nelson suplex early on. Tries to go for the cover there. It is not enough to put that hobo away. You see some more action with that kendo stick. And here's where things really took a very scary turn. A very interesting pinning combination by Alder. Sitting on Random's face, for lack of a better term, but Random still managed to kick out of that. A few quick jabs. Counters out of that into the neck breaker. Just like that. Picks him up and sneaks in a roll up. A nice 1, 2, 3, and just like that, your winner, Alder Minitek. A good showing by Random, but in the end, what do we have next for us this evening? Because I don't remember. My short-term memory is horrible. Oh, it is the ZV Purple Star Championship defended under Extreme Rules. That means anything goes. That means if Majay wants to pull out a chainsaw and cut Nightmare in half, he can. He won't, because Wrestleman's not that cool, but he could. Hopefully this will be a rather intense affair. I'm hoping. And we might see a new ZV Purple Star champion. We don't know. Can Nightmare successfully fend off the mighty Majay in an Extreme Rules match nonetheless? This is the part where the announcer will be going, the following contest scheduled for one fall is for the whatever I called this championship. I don't remember what I chose. So I'm going to call it what it is. It's the ZV Purple Star Championship under Extreme Rules. We'll at least watch Majay pop out. I don't think I gave him an entrance. Yeah, I didn't give him a proper entrance, but there's Majay, so you can at least get a look at him in his coat. as he sets up for his biggest challenge yet. He has beaten Nightmare in the past, but Nightmare has beaten him, so this should be an interesting contest. Especially under Extreme Rules. And there he is with his big old purple title. The ZV Purple Star Champion himself, Nightmare. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's for. Why does it say Jeff? Ignore that. Here we go. And it starts out. We're tossing him into. Oh, it starts out with a sling blade, bringing Mage down. And a kick to the back. And a stomp to the leg. Nightmare not playing nice in this opening. In the opening minutes of this match. Going straight for Mage's leg. Oh, and a thumb to the eye. Tries to go for the suplex, but Mage counters a few well-aimed punches to the stomach. Tosses Nightmare into the ropes. Oh, beautiful power slam. Goes with double underhook. Whoa! Nightmare counters out of that perfectly into an arm drag. Drags Mage around. Stomps on his face with a knee. Oh, tries to pick him up for the suplex, but Nightmare counters. Oh, an enziguri. Kicking Mage in the face. Mage's trying, but Nightmare seems to have this under control early on. Tossing him into the corner. Oh, but Mage counters with a big boot. Oh, and a quick lumbar check of his own. Oh, Mage's going outside. It's time to start playing by Mage's rules. Here's a table. Oh, Nightmare's not having any of that in memory of table. I bet we never see that son of a bitch again. And gets Mage back in the ring. Picks up table? Smacks him in the throat. Picks up table? No, gets back in the ring. Admires his handiwork for a minute and punches the air. Tries to punch the air again. Mage counters. Tries to. Okay. Tries to punch Nightmare. Nightmare does a springboard and somehow lands over there, but still hits Mage and himself. And yeah. Oh. Hits Mage in the back. Mage counters. Flips him around. Tosses him into the ropes. And a big drop kick. Oh man, okay, this is some crazy action to try and call. Oh, rolls him up for that schoolboy super kick. He's covered in the corner. 1, 2. Not enough to put Mage away. Oh, straight right from Mage. And a big belly-to-belly suplex. Oh. Looks like we're going by Mage rules once again. This time pulling out a ladder. But Nightmare's not having any of that. Sorry, Mage, that's the wrong kind of purple to be pulling ladders against. Oh, thrown into the ladder. Tossed into the apron once again. Just continuously tossed into the apron. Nightmare having his way with Mache. Finally, Mache counters, tosses Nightmare into the ring, teleports over to club him in the face, and dropped a leg on him. I almost gonna get that. Oh no, he's gonna get the stairs. Tosses them some bitches in the ring. Picks up the steel steps. Smacks Nightmare right in the face with a pleasing thunk. Smashing away Nightmare's gut. Those huge steel steps. Nightmare swings around for a DDT. Apparently completely unaffected by those steps. Looks like he could be going for a pedigree. Yep. Hooks him up, drops him down, and Mache is bloodied. Rolls him over. 1, 2, and Mache still kicks out. Much to the surprise of Nightmare. I love how Nightmare just got the shit beat out of him by steel steps. And yet, 1, 2. Now Mache is the one who is bloody and almost beaten. All because he got dropped on his face from a pedigree. Oh, hooks him up for a double underhook. Actually, I say Tiger Bomb. Double underhook power bomb. Tiger Bomb, same thing. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Ah, Nightmare manages to kick out. Maybe he should go get that table. Oh, Nightmare with a giant running knee. Definitely going for Mache's weakness, considering he's bleeding. Goes for the dirty cover. 1, 2. Oh, Mache still kicks out of Nightmare's dirty pin attempt, trying to use the ropes for leverage. Mache is pissed. He's not having any of that. Picks Nightmare up to the top rope. Punches him in the back. Goes for a German suplex off the top rope. Into the cover. 1, 2. And Nightmare still manages to kick out. Now Mache still fighting hard for that title, but Nightmare is just too resilient. Tosses him into the corner. Picks him up. Going for a super backdrop. Into the cover. 1, 2. Yeah, Mache is not done. This is definitely coming down to the wire. Oh, Mache just takes a step back and gets his composure. Side Russian leg sweep dropping Nightmare. Gets him on the ground. Gives him a good chance to pick up those steps and make another plan. And his plan is to beat the shit out of Nightmare with those steps. Oh, he's not done. He's got something else in mind. What else could possibly be under that ring but another kendo stick? Oh, right to Nightmare's back. Picks him up. Could be going for a gut check. Oh, a Nightmare counters into a DDT. Oh, no. That might have been Mache's one chance to win this. Into the corner once again. Flips him around. Oh, going for a buckle bomb. Into the turnbuckle. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Mache still kicks out. These two are fighting tooth and nail, but neither one will go down. Oh, Nightmare's pissed off. Goes for the pedigree once again. Move that got Najee all bloody in the first place. Flips him over. This may be over, guys. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Despite tables and ladders and kendo sticks and stairs, Majay literally pulled out everything but the kitchen sink, but it was not enough to stop Nightmare. Here's the first pedigree. It busted him open. He just stomps away on him. Nightmare trying to go for the cover there, trying to get the... Puts him into the corner. Sets him up for that devastating buckle bomb. I thought that might have been it there, but no, Majay was a little bit tougher than even I expected. But Nightmare was clearly done with this bullshit. Purple was tired of your shit, I'm afraid. And one last pedigree. And that's it. 1, 2, 3. And still, your ZV Purple Star champion, Nightmare. A well-fought match, I have to admit. Good effort by Majay, especially given the extreme rules, but Nightmare was able to weather the storm and keep his title. That says Jeff. Rivalry results. Nightmare has successfully defended the ZV Purple Star. 5 more weeks to the conclusion, okay. And is still retaining. Nightmare has been the ZV Purple Star champion for 4 weeks now. And Nightmare's definitely got some momentum on this side. And here's a nice little refresher match. As we have Rian versus Renegade. Hi, Silver, if you're watching yet. And if you're not, hi, Silver. I forgot to actually give Rian an entrance. There he is. Did not give Renegade an entrance, apparently. I really need to stop being lazy and fix that sometime. And this should be an interesting match. Renegade's pretty good. He's a high flyer, likes to move around. And Rian, well, Rian just beats the shit out of everybody. OP as hell. So, we'll see how this little fun match plays out. As Rennie's pushed into the ropes. The ref is going to call for the clean break. Hope we get it. And we do. Oh, but Rian just pulls out all the stops for the big drop kick. Magically dropping Renegade. Goes for the arm drag. Renegade counters. Oh, a nice straight kick. Renegade counters into a leg takedown. It's clubbing away on Rennie's back. Oh, nice spinning kick from Rennie and good Northern Light suplex. Oh, win for the backdrop. Re-encountered into a crossbody. And just starts raining down the punches. Tosses him into the corner. Oh, but Rennie's got a counter with an elbow. Ah, but just takes him down. Renegade not putting up with any of Rian's shit. Well, Rian's got more shit to go, apparently. Shoulder tackle. Dropping the elbow. Totally random. Anybody else notices the people in the crowd standing up and taking pictures with their phones? Weird. Neat touch. Oh, but... a few elbows and Renegade with an elbow to counter. Tosses Renegade over the top rope. Follows him out there. Oh, throws him into the corner. Oh, went for that kick one too many times. Renegade tried to grab him, but totally missed. Smacked into the apron. Now Rian just sitting on him, trying to rip his head off. Oh, Renegade, wow. Now against Rian, picked up for a nice stalling suplex. Oh! Oh, nice work and run by Renegade. Oh, a nice quick diamond cutter. And stomps on Rian's arm. Goes with a punch. Rian just tosses it away. Tosses Renegade into the corner post. But Renegade doesn't seem to care. He counters with a kick. And a nice Michinoku driver. Anybody else notice nobody seems to care about, like, steel ring steps and corner posts, stuff that should really hurt. And Rian just having none of that. A quick belly-to-belly suplex. Picks him up. Renegade counters, dropping him on his head. Renegade is holding his own quite well as they start to make their way up the entrance ramp. Rian with a gut-wrench suplex. And going for the Mage Spectral here. Picking up the steel steps. Doesn't think he can take out Renegade on his own and just smacks him right in the back of the head. And in the lower back. And in the gut. And on the back of the head. Just beating the holy hell out of Renegade with those steps. But Renegade doesn't seem to care as he tosses Rian back into the ring. And hits him with an elbow straight to the face. Nice spinning moonsault. 1, 2, Only a 2 count from Renegade. And easily kicks out of that. And grabs and picks him up for a big power bomb. And into the cover. 1, 2. And Renegade manages to kick out of that. And picks him up for a Samoan drop. Gets in the corner. Oh, he could be setting up for the spear. Oh, this might be bad. Oh, plows through him with a spear. Rennie just left laying. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Renegade manages to kick out. Much to the surprise of Rian. Well, the old Rennie's got a little bit of fight left in him. Oh, Rian once again going to the well. What's he got up his sleeve? Oh, he's got a sledgehammer. Oh, Renegade quick with the drop kick to make that happen. He takes up the sledgehammer himself and goes straight to wailing away. Oh, and Rian not having any of that. Rian ducks out of the way. Goes to snatch that sledgehammer away. Makes Rennie drop it. And he just gives it a big right hand and a backbreaker to boot. Tossing him into the barricade. Picks him up and drops him down. And a quick arm drag. I have to admit, this has not been a one-sided fight. Renegade seems to be holding his own, and every time you think he's about got this, he shows up with a big move. Oh, Renegade almost. Well, he uses the sledgehammer, but changes his mind. And picks him up. Oh, Rennie counters. Quick snapmare. Just wrenching away in the neck. For quite a while here, actually. Renegade finally mustering a little offense. Cutting blows to get out of that. Big snapmare. And goes for a headlock of his own. But Rian is much faster to get out of it than Rennie was. Picks him up and tosses him back with a fall-away slam. I thought Rian was setting him up in the corner for something else, but changed his mind. And he fights back with a European uppercut. Spins him around and reverse Hurricane Rana. That looked like it hurt. Flips him over, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one was very close. I thought he had it. The ref says no, it was only a 2 count. Renegade picks him up. Great. Sit down power down. Very sit down power bomb. Blah blah. Rolls him over. Oh, he's going up top. What could he be going for? Oh! 1, 2, 3. And just like that, out of nowhere, miraculously, Rian manages to pick up the win. I'm gonna get very distraught by that one. You see Rian with a powerbomb into the jackknife cover. See Rian setting up for that very first spear, which nearly tore Renegade in half. Tries to pick up the win there, but can't quite pull it off. Renegade manages to kick out. Renegade fights back with European uppercut. Spins him around, hits him with that reverse Hurricane Rana, dropping him right on his head. And that should have been it, guys. You can watch here. You can even see the ref at the corner of your screen. 1, 2, 3. He hits the 3, but says it was a 2 count. That is questionable. And Renegade goes up towards the top rope. Waits for Rian. Rian just snaps up and hits him with a spear in midair. And somehow gets the victory. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is definitely some questionable officiating, if I do say so. We'll just have to see how this plays out in the next few weeks, but I doubt this is done. Hopefully something will come of this. I do not think Rian should get away with that. And here we go, our final match on the card this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just a good old-fashioned grudge match. Dr. Feelgood versus Neo Forte. It's all started out as harmless enough, just a friendly match, but Neo Forte got the better of Dr. Feelgood, and he took exception to that and has been taking exception to that ever since. So, should be interesting to see how this plays out. Especially considering I think this is just a normal match. It doesn't say Extreme Rules or anything like that. Might be Extreme Rules, I don't know. You know, you can stop that. I'm not changing his name to Dr. Feelbad. That's just cheesy. Oh no, the ref is out. Damn. Well then. That's a hell of a start to this fight. Let's go. The bell rings and the ref is out, and Dr. Feelgood is just beating the hell out of Neo Forte. Oh, but Neo Forte gets back up. Neo Forte not having any of that, and starts working hard on the leg of Dr. Feelgood. Good idea, he can't kick you in the face if that leg doesn't work. Ah, big knee. Referee finally stirring after accidentally being taken out. Doc tossed into the ropes, almost hits the ref again. Neo Forte ties him up, chops the elbow. Him up against the ropes. Oh, but Doc counters, tossing Neo Forte way outside, landing hard. Oh, into the corner. This is definitely a normal match because the ref's giving the 10 count. Funny, the one match that probably should have been Extreme Rules is not. Oh! Doc with a few right hands and a big roundhouse kick. With the punch again, Neo Forte's got a forearm of his own. Oh, jumps up and just drives his knees in the Doc's face. Tries to scoot back in the ring as the ref hits 6. And the good doctor follows suit. Oh, Neo Forte not paying attention. And the good doctor right there to capitalize. And he gets tossed out of the ring for his own trouble. Oh, misses the big kick. Misses the big clothesline. Neo Forte with a few kicks to the hamstring. He is definitely working that leg hard. Oh, it just slaps Doc in the face. And then the Dragon Screw taking that leg out. He is really doing a number on that leg. And both competitors decide to take it back in the ring before the 10 count hits. Goes for the backdrop, Neo Forte counters. Apparently that opening salvo was not enough from the Good Doctor. Counters with a leg sweep. It was up for taking out the legs. Yeah, the Good Doctor's left leg may be hurt, but his right leg is still strong enough to kick Neo Forte in the back. Quick snapmare. And takes him down for a headlock. Trying to wear Neo Forte down. Slow down the pace of this fight. Neo Forte is not having it. Up. Throws her a backdrop out of nowhere. Into the cover. Oh, big spinning roundhouse straight to Dr. Feelgood's face. 1, 2. Neo Forte is definitely keeping the pace of this match up. Doc needs to slow it down if he wants to have a chance to try and pull this off. Those big moves like that gun wrench. Into the cover. 1, 2, and Neo Forte kicks out. Beautiful stalling brainbuster. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and just rolls out of the cover. I almost think he let Neo Forte get up. This is a very cocky move on his part with a neck breaker. Goes for the cover once again. 1, 2. Neo Forte definitely kicks out this time. Oh! Big kick. Tossing Neo Forte out of the ring. Backdrop on the outside. Straight to the concrete. Tossing it into the corner post. Feelgood finally getting back some of that momentum he had early on. Tossing Neo Forte into the post once again. Climbs up to the top rope. This is a strange place for Dr. Feelgood. But changes his mind, just gets back in the ring. Neo Forte grabs him, tosses him into the buckle. Devastating combo. Few kicks and headbutts. Runs him up with a drive-by. Jumps up and drop kicks him right in the face. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Dr. Feelgood rolls out of it. Of course I'm a little biased. It's Dr. Feelgood, damn it. I have to admit, I do not want this match to end. This has been hard hitting from the get-go. A quick backdrop by Dr. Feelgood. Into the cover. 1, 2. Near fall after near fall. Both these guys fighting hard. Dodges the blow, gets an arm drag for his trouble. And a fireman's takeover. Oh, it just slaps him in the face once again. Oh, kinda hits the roundhouse, I think. I don't know. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, just a straight super kick. Dr. Feelgood drags him out towards the center of the ring. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. But Neo Forte manages to kick out just barely. I think the Doctor's not having any of that. Tries to stomp on him. Neo Forte rolls out of the way. Oh, goes to set up for the big kick, but the Doc is standing ready and drags him down. Well, counters out of it into a headlock. Takes him up for a big fall away slam. Oh. Doc with a big flurry smooth set. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, finishing it up. A few good clotheslines and a power slam. Takes out Neo Forte. Oh man. A couple of times Neo Forte had is like a big kick like that. A big roundhouse. Did not quite put Dr. Feelgood away. Good Doc goes for the gut wrench. Quickly falls into cover. I will say this, both competitors in this match were quick in this match, trying to go for the pinfall every opportunity they got. Doc walks over there and just kicks him right in the face. Drags it over. Goes for the pin. That might have been it, but Neo Forte had just a little bit of gas left in him. But the good doctor had had enough of that and goes all out. And a few good clotheslines. Ducks out of that one. Hits him with the power slam. And that's just all Neo Forte's got. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Cussing out the referee. Beat the shit out of him to start this match out. Not the most auspicious starts, but a win is a win. And the good doctor pulled it off. Dr. Feelgood defeated Neo Forte in a heated match, though the rivalry isn't over yet, as the animosity between them develops. So yeah, that was the pay-per-view, guys. That was Extreme Rules. Load it up real quick and take another quick look at the results, I think. Yeah. Tony and Jeff managed to knock off the Bloodline brothers. That was an interesting back and forth match. D-Terrell managed to beat the Angry Blue Ninja. Alder and Random in a interesting bout. Nightmare successfully defending his ZV Purple Star Championship. Rhea with a very questionable victory over Renegade. Hopefully there will be some more to that. And Dr. Feelgood put away Neo Forte in a very surprising contest. But now we're moving on to the next show. Which we'll look at the calendar real quick, and we have our first rivalry on Xero Virus. And these rivalries are not quite done over on ZV Showcase. But our first rivalry is setting up between Woot and Supremus. That ought to be interesting. For the rest of the card, Mantello Flex the Muscle Wizard will be taking on Knight, Shori, and Demon. That'll be an interesting clash of styles. Nightmare versus Renegade. Okay, like they haven't done that feud before. And the Battle of the Shades as Xero Bloodline will take on ZTRL. But saying we just definitely got some time. 5 weeks remaining on these. 4 weeks remaining on this one. Looking at the calendar, next pay-per-view will be Payback. That'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And after that, in June, we have the Money in the Bank. In July is Battleground. August is SummerSlam. And so forth and so forth. Well, yeah, I gotta admit, I'm enjoying this. I haven't had any details, so we'll look at the news. Nightmare successfully defended the ZV Purple Star Championship. Good job. This is all the news from last month. So yeah. All in all, a good show. Yeah, I think we're going to call it here at the pay-per-view. That's a good place to start. We will probably, next time we do it, we will do the actual, we'll give this inaugural ZV, because this is the actual first Xero virus where rivalries matter. We'll probably watch this one next time. And we'll see about watching this one. Which I won't know how that card turns out until this show's over. So, we'll just see how that goes. In the meantime, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the whole little ZV Wrestlemans. We will definitely do some more, hopefully sooner than later. Scheduling permitting. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have fun. I will see you later.